No, what's up, guys? What's going on? Ryan McMorris here, bringing you Monday Marketing Mastery. I've got my big man Marlon Hurd on tonight. Really ready to bring the fire tonight. We've got a few spots left open, so I know Marlon, you there, man?
Yeah, can you see me?
I can see your picture, man. You look. I mean, it's a good-looking picture too, man.
Hold on. My camera's on.
Got some nosy Nancy's around the fire, around the campfire tonight, man. How you been doing? How you been doing, bro?
I'm good, man.
Yeah.
All right, can you see me now?
Here, say something real quick. No, man, I still see your cheese and smile, man.
Oh, my camera's on.
Let me see if I can present you. 1 second, bro. All right, try it now.
See me?
No, I still got your profile pic, man.
Hold on 1 second.
All right, cool. All right, so for everybody tuning in tonight, I got my man Marlon Hurd on. This guy's got, as he's coming back, I'm sure he'll let me introduce him to the stage real quick. But this guy's got 13 years of marketing experience, and I'm talking like just absolutely just ready to explode on you guys tonight. I mean, more than a dare, yes. So more than a decade of marketing experience. And I'm telling you, over the last 3 months, man, I've seen you just kind of like break out of your shell, man. I mean, it's just been like, I mean, you just said, you know what, I'm out of here, man. Let me tell you something, man. Marlon took the word value, and it literally looked like he just went on just a value sprint, just overload. And this is probably just been like 3 months, man, just unloading value, man. This guy's out here on the marketplace. So if you're new, if you're looking to get some like unreal results and start moving your business in a direction that has never gone before, I've seen Marlon on the outside before we started working together, and I didn't see this kind of stuff. So I see it now, and it just hats off to this dude, because massive action starts, breeding massive results. So I know he's got some pretty cool things that he's going to go over tonight. So I'm gonna hand the mic over to my man Marlon, and he's got some pretty cool stuff. I'm excited. I've got my notebook ready. I've got my pen and paper ready, man. So here is stage is yours, my man.
I appreciate it. Let's see if we can get the screen for me bigger here. There we go. There I am. Oh, look at it. But first of all, I definitely want to thank you for this. I definitely want to thank you for reaching out to me, because I remember the day you called me and just really connected. Sometimes when you see people out there working and they're moving in a direction, but not in a direction where it's going to get them to where they want to be the fastest. It's kind of a roundabout way. You connected with me, and I had heard of attraction marketing, but I never knew what it really was. And then you laid it on me. You shared MLSP with me, and I'm talking about completely changed my entire business. As a matter of fact, I got paid for the first time by someone outside of my business, like outside of my network marketing business, of someone who's asking me to coach them in their bit. Like they've been watching me. Let me close some of these tabs on my laptop. They've been watching me on Periscope and reached out. I love the value. We connected, and she paid me to coach her. I said, wow. I mean, I've been in network marketing 13 years, and never have I gotten paid outside of my business. I said, and it wasn't a large deal of money, but I said, man, I saw my mentor a long time ago when I first started network marketing. I said, listen, if they pay me to do this, it's over. If they give me any money for this little stupid presentation I did, it's over. And it's been, I mean, it has been completely lights out. And I definitely want to thank Ryan for reaching out. And he's been, oops, look at that.
Uh-oh, earthquake.
Earthquake. That's what happens when the truth starts to come out.
Just value quake, man.
Yeah, it just my little thing just fell. Good thing my laptop. There we go. Wow. Back in the house.
That's awesome, man. I mean, so first time ever you've gotten paid outside of network marketing. So obviously you're building your network marketing business, but someone said, you know, this guy is pumping out value. I got to give him some money.
Right. And we had our first meeting today. We did our first Google Hangout where I said, okay, boom, boom, boom. And she was like, man, she's like, I never had, first of all, she's like, I never had anybody who cared enough to take the time to do this. Because even before we did this call, we had the coaching call. I got that from you on your website. We did the 30-minute coaching call.
Yeah.
And I wrote it on my little thing right here. And took a snapshot, sent it to her. She said, okay, we're going to do this. And I got a PayPal message like such and such paid you. I said, what? So I was like, man, I was so pumped. So now I'm all about helping people get to that level. When I'm on Facebook, when I'm on social media, when I see people just out there blasting, I'm like, no, what are you doing? And I've reached out to be all connected. And what I'm getting ready to share with you all today has been something that I've shared with people on, just kind of sharing the value. It's some things I had already before I got involved in MLSP, and I'm learning so much from that. I mean, the calls and so I'm watching you. I'm connected with Lisa Torres, April Marie, Tucker, and I'm watching you all. And you all are in my stuff, like all the stuff I put together. Like this is my mentor, this is my new mentor, because I'm watching you all work, and I'm loving it. I'm like, man, this is incredible. And I learned a case. You know what case means? It means copy and steal everything.
Yeah.
Copy and steal everything. I'm watching you all work, and I changed my whole website based on how you all operate. And I'm watching you move up L1, L2. I said, okay, I'm next. I'm next. And now that I've gotten a good foundation, now I'm going to start moving what I do over to MLSP so that it won't be so much work on me. All right. So all of you out there, if you don't have it, get it. If you have it, use it. And it's some awesome stuff. So, but I definitely want to thank you for this platform. I spoke this a long time ago. I said, I wrote down, I said, I'm going to work with somebody who's a master in this. And you reached out to me. I said, I'm going to be on a platform where there's going to be a lot of people who can connect. And I wrote this down, I spoke it. And now I'm just happy to be able to share what somebody shared with me some years ago that helped me and my family. So awesome, it's definitely exciting, man.
Awesome, man. Well, definitely, yeah, stage is all yours, man. And definitely don't let people know where they can reach out to you and where they can find you, man.
Okay.
Because, I mean, like I said, man, I think, it just blows my mind. It's crazy how, a decade and more in the industry, man. And I mean, if someone can come out and say, listen, I want to pay you for this service, if you can do it once, you can do it 1,000, you can do it 2,000 times. It does not matter. You just keep putting yourself in front of that particular market or that particular type of person, and keep providing value. And you win the crowd, you get paid. I mean, that's the name of the game. And then this guy's a testament of doing that. So
absolutely,
people can know.
Samantha Walls has been instrumental too. I watched the video that she put out. See, she was promoting someone else's stuff, talking about knowing your worth.
Yeah.
And when I first did, I was like, I don't want to charge too much. I was like, wait a minute, I got the goods, I got the mots. So let me. I got the mots. And I increased my price, and they still paid it. I said, man, it's over. It's over. So
you never want, money should never be an issue ever again, because you always have that value.
Right. That's important. So, and we all love network marketing. It's a great way to earn income, but if you have something else that you're passionate about, market that, market that, because, unfortunately, we understand the world of network marketing. Things change. You got leaders that leave, leaders that come. You got people who decide, I don't want to do this anymore. Next year, a company that we ain't doing that anymore. But if you always have value to market, you will always be profitable. So that's the thing I have learned. Really, it took me this long to get here. And then I saw that story about the young lady who was in network marketing like 23 or 26 years and finally made 6 figures. I was like, man, 13 years ain't nothing. That's like,
Lisa, you've been in network marketing.
Yeah, Lisa Torres. Yeah, I was like, let's go. So, all right, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Okay, I'm going to be sharing something with you all that I've been, sharing out there on social media. Because one thing I've learned since I've been in the industry, one thing that troubled me in the industry was, I've been on the stage. I've had I've won the awards and everything of that nature, but I've always, when I got on the stage and looked out in the crowd, I've been part of a few companies, but when I looked out in the crowd, I was like, 95% of these people, maybe 98% of people would never reach the stage, okay? But how can we still help them stay excited about the business, all right? Because, one thing I learned about the leaders and, people who make a lot of money, they say, yeah, team, we made it. We made it, team. I'm looking like, nah, you made it. And I'm like, of course, they were part of the team, and they're praying and hoping that they're next. But we all know the name of that game. So, one thing that really troubled me is that most network marketing companies never had an ending set up to, not really kind of telling them what to do with their money, but giving them some options of what they could do with their income as they're earning. Because most individuals are only going to earn between $500 and $1,000 a month. All right. Then the next level will be between $1,000, like $2,000 a month. And then once you get to 3,000, it's like, once you get to 3,000 and 5,000 a month, you put in some serious work. Okay. Because it takes a certain amount of people. You had to build a certain amount of leaders. It takes a certain amount of time. And then it also takes a certain type of person to, to kind of bust through those network marketing walls, to reach those levels. And, I've reached it. I've seen other people do it. And it does, it just takes a certain special person that I'm just going to keep going. But what do you do with the people that only reach the $500 to $1,000 mark? Okay. Because most of the people who join network marketing, I would say 80 to 85% of people who join network marketing, they come from the job world. All right. They come from the world of being employees, having an employee mindset. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having a job or having a job, but it's the mindset that's the challenge. And it's going to take between like 90 and 120 days to start cracking through that mindset. All right. Because they're like, oh, they work a month and they don't see the big money, or, they try for 2 months and they don't see the big money. And they're like, oh, it's not working because they're not driving a Lamborghini by week 2. Okay. Because that's what we present to them. So what kind of value can we give to them to say, hey, this is something that, while you're building up to that level, here's something, here's a plan that you can follow. All right. Here's a plan that you can follow. And this is what I've been sharing with people. Like, hey, this is what I've been sharing with people on social media who are network marketing. Like, what kind of value are you offering? And I said, why don't you share these videos? All right. Because the thing you want to do you just want to open the mindset up like this, just enough to get in. Okay. Because most people like this, like, oh, I'm not doing that. My cousin said, oh, no, my mama said, and you're like, bang, right? Or you get somebody and they're excited about the opportunity. Then when they leave your presence and they go talk to, their spouse, and they call, well, what my wife said, what my husband said, you're like, right? But if you can give them something where they can, and you can speak their language, all right, start at the level where you're speaking their language, they'll be more likely to listen, okay? And just open that mindset up just a little bit. So I'm going to share 2 things with you tonight. First thing is called financial defense, something that one of my mentors shared with me, years ago. And when Brian started talking to me about value, I said, man, this would be something very valuable for not only for prospects to know, but for network marketers to share with prospects. Okay. So here we go. Here is financial defense part 1 and 2. I'm going to put them together. So here's what I showed them. And that marker is crack. I was hoping I got the right one. So we're gonna do this in green. How about money green? How about that? All right, and this is so we can start speaking. Oh, no, that's not right. This is so we can start speaking people's language, all right? People who come from that world, their language, all right? So people who come from that, they understand income, they understand expenses, they understand debt, okay? Now this over here is called the emergency fund, okay? That's called the emergency fund. So this is what I shared. I have all this in like video format, okay? So just for an example, okay, this is what I have them write down. All right, and you know, you put your own numbers in there. All right, we tell them to put their own numbers in there. You know, your income, your expenses. Now, I'd also tell them that when it comes to debt, debt also includes your home. Okay, because unless you have a situation where you're like an owner occupant, you know, where it is, you know, you're living in your asset. For most people, your house is a liability. Okay, because liability, you know, assets feed you, liabilities take money away from you. So your home is a liability. Okay, so you want to add that in your debt, but I'm just using it for numbers' sake. And then we have your emergency fund. Emergency fund is, you know, 6 months worth of your income saved up somewhere for emergency. This is not like savings for your retirement. This is just for something comes up, you got some money to the side. And it's normally like 6 months worth of your expenses. And we're just going to round it up. I know it's not 3,000, but 3,000 times 6 is 18,000. Okay. So what I have them do is take 10% of their income. All right, 10% of their income. All right, which is in our case $300. All right. Now a lot of people say, well, you know, where do I find this 10%? So for 30 days, you know, write down everything you spend money on. Everything. I don't know, when you buy that stick of gum, when you bought that shirt, when you your gas, your bills, all that kind of stuff. Write it down so that you can pay attention to what you're spending money on. All right. And then anything that's not conducive to your plan, that you want to stop spending money on. All right. If it's not conducive to the plan, stop spending money on it. And somewhere in there, you're going to find this. I did this with a young man the other day. He lives in Ohio, and we kind of broke it down. And come to find out, man, he has so much money left over. He was like, man, he had no idea that he was mismanaging, but we went through this process. Okay. And now he's moving on to the next steps. Okay. So 10%. Okay. So here's what we do. We do this in years. Year one, we have debt, we have emergency fund. And here's what you want to do. So in year one, it's $3,600 that was put to the side. It's 300 times 12, 3,600. Okay. So half of this goes to the debt, and the other half goes to the emergency fund. All right. So we're just going to round up. This is about 48,000. You got 1,800 in your emergency fund at the end of the first year. Okay. Now we know debt has interest, but this is just for illustration purposes. Okay. Year two, you become a pro. Same thing. We got 1,800. Now we have about 146 in debt, and we have 3,600 in the emergency fund. Year three, 3,600. Again, it's the 300 times 12. Of course, you're gonna be doing this month by month. You know, 150, 150, 150, 150, all the way throughout the year. But I'm just doing it for, you know, the whole 12 months. Same thing. And then we have about 144, and then we have 5,400. This is the most important number right here. Okay, because most individuals, you know, they don't have that kind of income sitting around anywhere. That's like $5,400. All right, it's just because they're not following a plan. Okay, they don't have a plan in place. It's just like, they just all kind of like, you know, loosey goosey, but they don't have a plan. Okay, and then also look at this here, 150, 144. That's like $6,000 that's been paid. Okay, that means that what? Something in here in your expenses has been paid off, which means what? Expenses have gone down. Okay, so you got expenses going down, debts going down, creating an emergency fund. You have a plan. All right. So it's going to take you about what, maybe 10 years to get your emergency fund, maybe 30 years to pay your debt off. I don't know. You know, as you go through the numbers, but it's a plan. Okay, it's a plan. So when people see this, they're like, you can see it in their eyes. They're like, whoa, I never realized it because it wasn't written out. All right, a lot of people already they know it, but when you see it written out, it's different. Okay, so this is financial defense part 1. Okay, so we're going to erase this. Okay, and then we're gonna have the same numbers. All right. Okay, now, same numbers, but this is part 2. I do this in a 2-video series. I did part 1 is a video, part 2 is also a video, okay? But I kind of split it up a little bit. In order to get to part 2, you have to do something to get to part 2, okay? So in part 2, we add the business in there, okay? And I write in here, HBB, adding a home-based business. All right, and when I do the second part of the training, you'll see how all this comes together. All right, so this is financial defense part 2. Okay, so we have the same thing. Remember the 10%. We're going to do year 1. So we're going to break this up again. Debts, EF, and then we create another box for taxes because now what? You're a business person, and I'm gonna show you how this works, okay? So we have year 1. All right, remember? 300, year 1, 3,600. Okay, now for the home-based business, what I do is I kind of lowball, all right? I lowball it just so I don't explode people's minds. You know, they'd be like, well, I can never reach that point. So I'll just say, let's say in your first year, you average $500 per month. All right, you average $500 per month, and in a year's time, that's 6,000. All right, the K's mean thousand. All right, the reason I'm telling you that because I had somebody ask me one time, like, what's the K? That means thousand, 150,000, 18,000, 6,000. So here's what we're gonna do. All right, pay attention. Now we're gonna first deal with the job income. Okay, that's 1,800, 1,800. All right, and then we're going to take the business income and divide it into thirds. So this is 2K, 2K, and 2K. So why do we make a taxes bracket? All right, because you're in business now. All right, and you earn business income, which means you're going to have to pay taxes on at some point. And it may not be 2,000. But we put it in that column just to keep them safe. All right. So at the end of the year, when they're getting all their taxes together and the receipts and things of that nature, more things that they're gonna have to learn how to do. All right. They're definitely gonna have to learn how to do. They want to be in home-based business. They want to be a business owner, but it's just here just in case. And also you can use some of this income to invest back in your business. Maybe you have to go to an event, or you have to buy a program, or you got to get a website build, or built to some of that nature, but you can use that to invest back into your business also to help with the tax support. Okay, so year 1, you have $3,800 now going towards the debt. So that's about 4,000. So we're going to say about 140. What's that? 146, and then you have $3,800 going towards the emergency fund. Okay, so that's year 1 by adding a home-based business. All right, we had the first plan, which was a plan, but now you get your new plan, but you're adding this. All right, and so when people see this, you can just see the mindset going. They're like, oh, now it's making sense. The whole pyramid scheme and the whole I can't recruit kind of stuff. You slowly see it melting away. It's like their mindset's just opening up. They're like, oh, that's what it's for. Okay, now let's do year 2. Okay, they're still doing their business part-time, but guess what? Now in year 2, now they're averaging $1,000 per month, because guess what? Not only are they sharing their opportunity, they're sharing this. All right, they're sharing the because how many people do they know that work just like them? All right, most people hang around people who are just like them. So people that they work with, their neighbors, their family, when they share this, all right, now it's making sense to them. Like, okay, oh, that's what it's there for. Now, not say that it's going to make them join their network marketing business or not, but it makes sense that we're speaking their language, their work language. They understand this stuff. All right, these are what we call pains. All right, the pains of debt, the pains of I'm tired of this, not making enough. So they understand it. Okay. So year 2, we're gonna do it again. 3,600. Remember, 300 times 12. So we're gonna do 1,800, 1,800. All right, and then we're gonna take 1,000 times 12 is 12,000. All right, and an extra 12,000 in that year time. We're just talking about they just average. You know, we all know this goes up and down. So we're gonna divide this into thirds. 4K, 4K, and 4K. All right, so now they have $5,800 that year that went towards the debt. All right, we're just gonna say 6,000 to round it up. So now you have 140, and we have $5,800 going towards $600. Look at that right there. 2 years following the plan, 9,600. That is powerful. You show this to individuals that are working, but they want to find a way to get away from that, and you lay it out. This is no problem. Where do I sign? Everybody I've shown this to, where do I sign? I'm joining. All right. I don't care what I got to do. Let me get my money together. I'm getting involved because they understand this. All right. And when you lay it out, they finally get a chance to see it and see the mess they're in. They're like, oh my gosh, how can I be a part of this? They don't want to be a part of this. Not the home, they want to be part of this. Okay. That's and so that is so powerful. So not only am I sharing that with prospects, I'm sharing this with other network marketers. Say, hey, start speaking their language. All right. They don't care about you blasting your business. They don't care about trips to Disney. They don't care about, I know people care about losing weight, but most people care about they want to change the lifestyle. Okay. I mean, if somebody can change the lifestyle and still be, please excuse me, but if they can still be fat but still have the freedom lifestyle, they would rather do that than lose weight. Okay. Trust me. If they can do this and still create the freedom and have the stress lifestyle, they would continue to be big. And maybe later on they'll decide to do it, but trust me, okay? So that's financial defense part 1 and 2. Okay. Now, and I know that Ryan is recording this. What time is it? Cool. Now, the next thing I show them is, things that happen. What's another thing that happens on the job? People get paychecks, right? And every time somebody gets a paycheck, they're upset because what's taken out? Taxes. The more you work, the more taxes are taken out of your check. You get a second job, by the time taxes are taken out of, or, you have to pay the babysitter extra money, it's gone. It just, all it do is pay for the gas. That check is just paying for the gas to drive back and forth to that second job. So here's the second part, showing how you can make a small change to your paycheck and turn this into freedom. Okay. It's going to go right into what, the financial defense part 2 was talking about. So go get yourself a W-4. You can go to irs.gov. Okay. Now this is a little bit more U.S. specific. So if you're watching this, in outside the United States, this is a little bit more U.S. specific because I'm not sure how the taxes situation works in your country, but the concepts that you're going to see in here will still be the same. You just apply them to wherever it is that you live. Okay. But for here, that's a W-4. Okay. W-4. And that deals with the taxes on your job. All right. Now on line D, okay, line D, of the W-4, you want to change that exemption to 9. Okay, and what this means is, and this is completely legal. You could change the exemptions on your W-4, and the higher your exemptions, the more money you get to keep, and the less federal taxes that you pay. Okay, but I know a lot of people say, well, because that's the dependence line. Well, I don't have 9 dependents. Well, I'm going to show you what you can do. All right, so that it all evens out, and it will still benefit you hugely at the end. All right, is that a word? I say hugely, or largely. I don't even know the word is right now. Okay, so but you can definitely do this. You can change your exemptions however you want. You can you can increase it 6, 7, 8, 9. The 9 is the highest. Okay, but the goal is to get more on your check. Okay, but even if you don't have the dependents, I'm going to show you what you can do with it. So at the end of the year, when it's time to do the taxes, you break even. Okay, here we go. So line D, I'm gonna write this again. Line D, increase to 9. Okay, now this is just illustration. This is just for this purpose. Let's say you were making $500 per week. Okay, and then now you are making $550 per week. All right, this $50 that extra you got on your check after you made this change, it's not magic money. All right, it's not, your boss was not generous, and you didn't win, you didn't win anything at work. This is just, you changed your exemptions. Okay, so what you're gonna have to do with that, you're gonna have to put this income into something that will allow you to deduct it. All right, will allow you to deduct it, so at the end of the year you draw even. Okay, so with this, let me write this down. Now, I know for some people, this kind of goes over their heads just a little bit, but at least gives them an idea to let them know that they can do this. Okay, I know for some people, because they get scared about taxes and, oh my gosh, and it kind of goes just a little bit, but at least they can see it, all right, and know that it's possible. All right, at least they know that they're allowed to do it. All right, now everybody's gonna take that step because they get a little scared when it comes to this. But for some people, they will do it. They'll be like, man, I'm doing everything. Everything that can help me out, I'm going to do. All right? So they can take that extra 50 they're earning per week, and they can invest it in a business, that home-based business, all right? And then they can also take it and put it in an investment vehicle, all right? There are all kind of self-employed or business investment vehicles that you can put your income into that will help them with the long run stuff. I'm talking about like when they're ready to really retire. Okay, the insurance plans and all that kind of stuff that is really complicated. But I put it here just to let them know, so when they see this, they can ask questions about it. And then of course I have someone that I refer them to that knows more about this than I do, but at least they know it's possible. And they say, well, I've had people ask me, well, what about that investment stuff you're talking about? Then I put them on the phone with my friend, and that's what he does, and he can talk that language with them. But at least now they know it's possible. Okay, so what happens? They invest, and here's where this really works, especially for us out there who are in network marketing. What's one of the biggest things why people quit? Auto ship. They can't keep up with the auto ship. All right, it's $100 a month. It's $50 a month. It's $200 a month. I can't afford that, especially when they're starting to build. Especially when they're starting to build the business, it's the auto ship that kills them. All right, because especially people who come from the from the job world, they just don't have they're just not ready yet. Okay, so while they're building and learning, how do you help them? Right here. So now, guess what? That's $200 a month. That they're getting back. Guess what they can do? They can invest that in their auto ship now. All right, the auto ship is like what? $50 a month, $70 a month, $100 a month. Look at that. Auto ship taken care of. It's an investment in the business. All right, and then at the end of the year, I'm gonna get over here and tell you what they could do with it to exit out. Oh my gosh. So with the business, guess what they're doing? They're making the extra income. Remember we talked about in Financial Defense Part 2, remember the business? All right. The business is helping with what? Debt and emergency fund, helping expedite that. See how it all comes together. All right. And so now they're using that to invest in their business. And then they can use part of that to put into the investment vehicle for the long-term stuff. Okay. And so what does this do? All right. I'm going to write this out. Okay, what does this do? Investment vehicle, tax deductions. All right, you put an investment vehicle, tax deductions. Even if they do business, even if you do business full time, you can still do this. Tax deductions. What happens when you join a business? Some of your bills become what? Business expenses, which is what? Write-offs. And they have access to what? 400 plus different write-offs just by doing what? Getting involved in a home-based business. All right, see how all this comes together? A lot of people don't know that they can do this. But when they see it, when you start to speak the language of people that work full time and you say, okay, well, here's where you are. And they understand paycheck. All right, they understand, the taxes coming out, but you can show them how they can use that for their own benefit. Okay, because a refund just means what? You paid too much money. So they're refunding it back to you. All right. So you get involved in the business. You're making more money. It's helping you with your financial defense plan. All right. They're excited about that. And then, some of your bills turn into business expenses, which is what? Write-offs. They're excited about that. And then you have the long-term stuff, tax deduction, deduct. That means save, take away. They're excited about that. So all this, speaking their language. All right. They see the money, they see the cars, they see the clothes and the jewelry, but they don't ever see themselves in that position. All right, because people are so used to losing, they're afraid to win. All right, they're afraid of winning because they're so used to losing. All right, because of the things that we were taught. So when they see that kind of stuff, they're like, man, that's great, but they can't see themselves in that situation. So what do? You give them something that they can see, all right, where they are, and then work. Then as they're working this plan, we're working them into what? That next level of, okay, now they can start to see beyond where they are. All right, that's one of the biggest challenges with dealing with people who are coming from the employee world is getting them to see, getting them to have vision. Because it's like this. This is them, and this is their life. This is their bills, and the debt and everything, and this is what they see. And the Mercedes is like right here. All right, I don't know if it's a Mercedes or not, but I'm just using an example. It's right here. All right, but this is how close it is to their eyes. And then we come with the opportunity, and they're like, oh my gosh, and the opportunity is like way over here. They see it, but they can't see past this. So what do? We remove this. All right? We remove that by giving them something that they understand. Okay? And then help build through this. And then guess what? Now they become more valuable because what are they going to be sharing with their prospects, the people that they know? They're going to be, hey man, you need to look at this. All right, and all this stuff is the business is now secondary because they're loving the plan. All right, I have a young lady right now who shared the financial defense videos with her friends, and they were like, whatever he's doing, I want to get involved in that because they were loving the plan. All right, and so they're all working together right now to get involved in my network marketing business because they want to start working the plan. They're not even talking about the business. They're talking about this. Oh man, I could. You mean at the end of 3 years I could be here? I could have this. It could be paid off. They're not even talking about the network marketing company. They're talking about the plan. All right, they were excited about this, and I was like, well, oh my gosh, if I'd have known this 10 years ago, I'd have been doing that. But hey, you learn it. Well, I wasn't ready yet. I wasn't ready to do it that way. But over the last 3 months, it has been phenomenal. I'm talking about absolutely phenomenal. sharing this information, because my biggest goal is helping that group of people. Because if you can get those group of people excited to stay in the business and to join the business, you know, in the business, like, you know, our sales who are already network marketers, or, you know, or the networks that we're going to be recruiting, you know, it can help us do better, because we're helping them do better. All right, we're giving them a plan to follow. So while they're building up to those, you know, those higher levels of income, that money they're earning, that $500 to $1,000 to $1,500 a month, can still be working for them in the process. All right, they're staying in the business now to work their plan. Okay, does that make sense? They're not staying in the business to keep the product or the service. They're staying in the business to work their plan. So even though they haven't hit the $10,000 a month mark, they're like, man, because of this business, I was able to pay off, boom, 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 boom. All right, and for them, they're like, oh man, you know, we got rid of that credit card. Oh man, we got them off our back. Oh man, you know, we got this here, and they're working the plan. Okay, so that is both. Now you can get access to this information. All right, right here. It says partnerwithmarlin.info. Okay, go to partnerwithmarlin.info. Okay, and then once you get to the site, it's gonna say right here. It's gonna say free value for MLM herbs. It's gonna say that. You'll see that button. So go to partnerwithmarlin.info, and then you want to click on free value for MLMers. That button is going to take you over to that area where you can get access to these videos. I mean, you're going to get access to like 4 videos, and then if you want the whole program, you know, of course, you got to pay for it. It's another step, because within the entire package, I have so many videos and things I've made and put together, and information I found, and you know, some of Ryan's stuff is in there, some of Samantha's stuff is in there, but it's like really nicely packed and put together. And I did this one training called the 20 most frequently asked questions in network marketing. I really sat in front of my computer and put together 20 videos of questions that either people are scared to ask, or leaders, or most leaders are scared to answer. And I put them together, and I'm talking about those really crazy, scary questions that most leaders are like, I'm not answering that, but I answered the question. I asked and I answered, and that's in there. I did some training on how to rank on YouTube. I'm still working on that, but that's in there. So it's this whole package of great value that when you're out there building and you're talking to people who come from the employee world, you have videos to share with them. So, because, you know, as we connect with people, that's what we're doing when I'm blasting, we're connecting. Hey, it's okay if I share this video with you. You shared it, it's great value. I did a video on, you know, how to collect decisions, how to make phone calls, you know, how to divide your list up, just things that most people have challenges with, all right, that are out there who are not networkers, but it gives them, you know, it gives you a lot of value to share. And I have so many videos, things of that nature. And then after that, but they want more, then they can work with me one-on-one, whether they're in my business or not. You know, they can work with me one-on-one, and Brian, that's what I'm talking about. We took that next step, and you know, I got paid for, you know, someone who was not in my business, but I hope that was helpful to you all. Ryan, it's 10:46. That's all I have, man.
Ooh, man, wow. I mean, I hope, dude, that was, man, I had an expectation, because I know you bring it, but I mean, that blew my mind, man. With some of the stuff, because it blows my mind, because that's what people want. When you make it make sense and you talk their language, like, there it is. And, you know, another thing too, I mean, I think you definitely hit the nail on the head, man, when it comes to, you know, having certain videos in place, because, you know, when you become the person that's always answering questions, like, people, you may think you're doing them a service, but you're actually doing them a disservice, because they think that they are going to have to do that, you know? But
Right.
like, you can just say, hey, listen, like, when you have reps, just send them to my website and they can watch and that way you don't have to answer the questions. And then all of a sudden people feel so much better about joining the opportunity because they feel as if they can do it. So, I mean, that's what people want to see, man. I feel bad. I mean, I truly feel bad for the people that didn't get this tonight because that was some deep stuff, especially if you missed anything. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'll have the recording so you can reach out to me. Definitely, Marlon, I'll shoot you the link. But man, if you see this recording out there somewhere, trust me, it will not be free. You definitely got to put a landing page or something in front of this one because this value is definitely so. I mean, that was absolute explosion, man. I know. I just got something like a text message from one of the girls on one of my downlines, man, and she was like blown away. So, I mean, I'm gonna have to step my game up, man. But I mean, I have a question for you though, man, because this may be something that some other people out there may have questions on. Is this something that you're sharing a lot before they even come into the business? Okay. So, and what questions do you kind of ask to lead up to open up the arena for something like a presentation like this?
Well, when I'm on, because a lot of things I do, I learned from you all in MLSP when that very first training. I think it's Ron Golick or
Ron Gillock.
Yeah, I learned it from him, and I use that. So I use that, and I use Samantha's training on giving video messages.
Yeah.
And so I connect with them. I ask them a question. How's your business growing? Of course, everybody says it's going great, and then I start asking those deeper questions. How many people did you recruit last month? And do you have a system for duplication? And most times, that's where
the cracks start to kind of come out. Yeah.
And so then I just ask them, say, hey, I let them know, what I've been doing and, the success I've had and, what I'm looking to do to help people. Then I actually say, it's okay if I share some free valuable information that you could use to help, build your business. And they're like, sure. Then I send them over I'm working on my blog now. So where I can send them to my blog that will eventually take them over to the page where the videos are, where there's a landing page. Because it's me on there saying what I do. And then it's a landing page. Then it takes them over to like some free videos. Then it takes them over to the paid stuff. But that's what I just connect, ask what they're looking for. Some people do, some people don't. But it's grown my list. That's what I've looked on just for the short period of time I'm doing it. That's what I looked on my Get Response. It's grown my list to like 300 people.
That's crazy. And then and you pretty much we're just kind of starting. I mean, that's just kind of where it is too, man. I mean, I was sitting I actually had gotten to a certain point without even building a list and started really honing in on some things and was right there with you, 300 people and pushing 400. And it's just in a few months, man. So if you're not, I mean, I promote My Lead System Pro, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's a beast tool. If you're not in it, then you may be doing okay in your business. But at the same time, if you're doing okay, just as an entrepreneur, knowing that you're leaving money on the table and leaving value on the table, it's tough to sleep at night. So, get with Marlon because I mean, this guy has. I mean, the knowledge and the value that this guy has between the ears is absolutely unreal. And if he's anything like me, he doesn't give away the entire. So, he's only giving away a little bit, So
man, like you just get a taste, like what is that? Want some more?
What is that? Yeah. So definitely, get with this guy. If, like I said, if you missed the website, get with me. I'll send you his direction because this dude's the man. So I definitely want to, give, thanks to you for coming out tonight. Definitely, I know, man. I'll have you back on here. Again, if this is your first time tuning in to the Monday Marketing Mastery. Each and every Monday night, we're right here for you, bringing value to you to help you grow your business. We're going to give away some good stuff, but obviously, you're only getting a little bit. So, just hats off again to my man Marlon Hurd. Just mind blown. Of everybody that I've worked with, man, of everybody that I worked with, honestly, dude, you're one of the ones that has taken just, complete action and been like, all right, hey, you told me what to do. All right, see you later, man. And then you do it, so I, you're the man, dude.
Hey, like I said, man, thank you for calling. You reached out, you told me. I was like, okay, let's go. I've always been one of those individuals that if somebody, knows something more than you do or better than you do, like don't question it. Especially if it's something positive. Don't question. Just do. And we had that. I think we might have had like 3 conversations.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm on it right now. And so, when we finally got a chance to talk, and a lot of things you were saying was making sense. So, if you're out there and you connect with me before, you connect with Ryan before, just listen, just do it. I was on Lisa's training, Lisa Torres training,
yeah,
and she was talking, and immediately I changed my website. I said, hold on, okay, I got the Ryan piece. I said, okay, I see what she's doing, and then I immediately Samantha did this training on video messaging. That day, I was like, this is some incredible stuff, and it just so when these individuals are talking and training, April Marie and there's a new couple who was the members of the month in October, or I think, or even September, I believe.
Yeah, that's you got Matt and April Finley, I believe.
Yes. I've been on their trainings with
man.
Samantha.
Let me tell you something about them too, man. They I met April Finley the day she came in My Lead System Pro, man. It wasn't long ago. And I'm talking like was clueless, literally clueless about network marketing. And you can, I just for whatever shits and giggles, I went on their Instagram like last week, and I think Matt's at like 20,000 followers, and she's at like 16,000 or something like that.
Wow.
So the stuff works.
It works.
I don't do it. I don't do
works.
Instagram.
I'm at 18.4.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff, man. I literally watch people go from like 500 followers to like 20,000 followers. So, if you're looking to get Instagram training, like go to My Lead System Pro, either find me or Marlon, whoever you want to work with, whatever, and buy the Instagram course, because if you're trying to grow your business on Instagram, that's where you want to grow. You might as well quit wasting time doing it the wrong way. So, we're gonna let these old guys and these old ladies that are hanging out with us tonight, man, get into the bed. But again, my man Marlon Hurd, reach out to him, touch base with him. We're here every Monday night, bringing you the value, bringing you the heat. Monday Marketing Mastery. You know the link. Tell your friends, tell your teammates, get them here if you want them to grow. So, my man, I will see you around, my brother.
All right, man. Thank you very much.
My pleasure, man. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye.